Hey, what's up? This is Isaac Isles, and you're watching the first episode of BN Magazine's Isles and Styles. Today we're in beautiful downtown Las Vegas at the Art District. Inside this building are many art galleries and many artists, but we're going to showcase one artist in particular. His name is Mitchell Todd. He has vision, he has talent, and of course, he has style. And you're going to meet him today right here on Isles in Style. Come on. Okay, so he's probably busy. He's a very talented artist, very busy man. Let's go check him out and see his artwork. Mitchell Todd, what's going on, man?
Hey, Isaac, bro, how you doing, man? Good to see you, dude.
Thanks for taking time out with Isles and Styles and interviewing with us.
No problem.
Okay, so tell us about your artwork. Tell us about yourself.
Started drawing when I was about 8 years old. Basically, I got into like drawing with comic books, you know, like Spider-Man, Superman. You know, I enjoyed those, and you know, they really influenced me. And the thing was, like, later on, I started getting into fine art, you know, starting to see that, like, you know, it's all about the emotion that you bring out in people. You know, you know, there's a lot of artists in the world. There's ones that do trees and flowers and landscapes, and, you know, that's great and everything, but I do more emotional content kind of stuff, you know, stuff that brings out emotion in people and let them basically know what's going on in the world. One of my paintings here is called What About Me? And what it was, I was in Albertsons, one of the local shopping centers, and I just came out of the gym and I looked at the Newsweek magazine, and it had, like, on the cover, you know, it said it was the biology of beauty. And I was looking at it, and I looked down at it and I saw like two Caucasian couples. And now, most people just look at a magazine. I mean, Newsweek is a prominent magazine. It's not like the National Enquirer or anything. But this is how media plays a role in our lives and stuff. You know, this is basically the interpretation of beauty. And then I started looking at all the other magazines around that, and I saw People and Us, TV Guide. And you see everyone is fair skin, blue eyes and stuff. So I started thinking about, what about me? You know, I think I'm just as beautiful as anybody else in the world and stuff. So that led me to draw the little girl and stuff, and she's questioning, like, the ideal of beauty. You know, basically beauty is in the eye of the beholder and everything. And it brought me back to when I was a kid. Like, you know, I wanted to be Superman, but, you know, Superman's Caucasian, and I thought, like, well, I never will be. But, you know, the thing is, as I got older, that we're all beautiful, we're all Superman.
What kind of artist do you consider yourself? You know, controversial, contemporary, or you consider yourself an artist?
I consider myself to be a contemporary artist. You know, like, one of my idols is Salvador Dali. He was a surrealist, and basically I think I'm a new kind of surrealist. The world is a very surreal place. There's a lot of lies, a lot of illusion to the world and stuff. We want our art to live past us. You know, I think any great artist and stuff wants to see their art in the Louvre Museum or the Metropolitan Art Museum. You know, you want to, like, your art to live way past you do, you know, because we're all mortal, we all going to die one day, but, you know, artwork stays forever, you know, it'll always be here, and I want people to, like, remember me.
So where do you see yourself as an artist going? Do you see yourself inside museums, inside people's home, or you just do art just for the enjoyment of it?
Well, Isaac, basically like any artist, you know, any great artist and stuff before me, they want to eventually see their artwork in a museum, the Louvre or the Metropolitan Art Museum.
At what age did you really start painting? What age did you decide I want to become an artist?
Well, like I said before, I started drawing when I was 8 years old, but it was basically like superheroes. I think when I got to be around about 15 or 16, I pretty much knew that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And especially when I had, like, my friends come over and they were saying, like, wow, you know, we really like your stuff, and, you know, having me draw, like, their girlfriends and everything. So I pretty much figured that that's what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. It wasn't only until I got to be in my early 20s that I started looking at all the great other artists like Picasso, Dali, Marguerite, where I started seeing that this is something that I really, my heart and soul bleeds for. So, you know, that's what I try to do.
Now, what frame of mind were you in when you created this artwork?
Well, the first thing I thought about was, you know, if you can go, I go on, you know, I'm not ashamed to admit that I go on Aryan website, neo-Nazi websites, because I need to know what's going on. I don't want to live in a bubble world and not know what's going on. I basically came up with the idea of, you know, the Ku Klux Klan hood. And then I started thinking, as I looked on the site, you know, I saw a t-shirt that said, like, original Boys in the Hood with the Klan. And I was thinking to myself, like, okay, well, here's a neo-Nazi group, but they're like referencing a black movie, you know, the 90 movie that was made by Ice Cube. Right. So then I went from that hood to this hood, which is, you know, blood member and stuff, you know, and basically, you know, he's not Caucasian, he's African American, but he's still a hood. Then after that, I started thinking about, well, you know, if I got these two hoods, then maybe there's the other hood from maybe Pulp Fiction. You remember the GIMP, bring out the GIMP and stuff. So then after that, it went back to the whole neo-Nazi white power hood. So basically, they're all hoods, you know, they have this similarity, but they think that they're all different. And that's why the title is, all the things are dangerous, but only one you can have fun with. And the only one you can really have fun with is, you know, the GIMP mask, because it's, you know, the whole S&M reference.
Right. Okay, now behind me are one of your most controversial artworks that you have here.
Right.
This one gets you almost into fist fights with people. People like it or they don't like it.
Right.
And I'm referring to the one right here. Now, explain this one. What frame of mind were you in? What were you thinking? What should people get out of this artwork?
The thing is, it's called higher learning. And this is what's going on. You know, that's representation with the children's blocks. This is a word that needs to be eradicated out of the American society, you know. But the thing is that it just seems to keep going and going. It's like the Energizer Bunny. It just keeps going and going and stuff. And I started thinking about, like, what it is I've been called, unfortunately, this word when I moved here in Las Vegas once, and I think that was the total, like, catalyst for what I was thinking. I was starting to think, when the person called me this, I started thinking that, like, you know, he had to learn that word from somewhere. Eventually, we all start off as innocent, you know, as children. We all play with each other. It just doesn't matter what color you are, like, as long as you have toys. And basically, this person had to learn that from a parental figure. You know, somebody else had to teach him that word. So we passed down this hatred, and it just keeps going and going through the generations. And I started thinking, like, you know, we could just stop that, stop the passing down of hatred. You know, that would be so much more, much better. And the other thing about this piece is that we as African Americans perpetuate it. You know, there are so many rappers and so many people saying this word every day, and you know, I don't see any of us as being this word, hatred, and I don't understand why we as people would keep saying it to each other. You know, even with the ER or the A on it, it doesn't make a difference. We need to just stop this word altogether and stuff. So the other thing is that if you don't know it's me, then it takes on a whole different light. Like if it was a Caucasian person that painted this, you'd be up in arms, people would be ready to burn this house down. The thing is that then when you find out it's me, it takes on a whole different light. Well, it's okay. You know, why is it okay? Why is it okay for me to say this word but not somebody else? And
right.
You know, that's the reason that I painted it, and that's the reason why I think it's one of my really strongest pieces.
Well, Mitchell Todd, I think you're a talented artist.
Thanks, Isaac. I appreciate that.
And I will be buying some of your artwork in the near future.
Okay.
I don't know if I have this one hanging in my house. It'd be a great conversation piece.
Definitely, definitely.
But thank you for being here on Aisles and Style. And remember, if you heard it on Aisles and Style.